What up, man? Episode 9, Stackin Black Web Show, man. This time, we got one of our personal favorites in the building, man. Matter of fact, we in his building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? This is my guy, Troy, Cultural Blend Store in the Lloyd Center and clothing brand. Been in this business for a minute. You know, he carries the Stackin Kicks brand and the Black Mannequin brand and plenty others in the store. And it's a dope-ass store, so we had to pull up, man, to chop it up with him, man. What up, Troy?
What up?
What's up, man?
What are we talking about?
It's a blessing, man. We talking about this business, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Just to let y'all know, I'm pretty sure y'all see that the backdrop is different. We in my man's store, like you
we
said.
in his store. With the
Lloyd Center, second floor. As soon as you come in, right by where the roller skating rink was, you know what I'm saying? We right here, right next to Joe Brown Caramel Corn, which, as y'all know, a lot of our listeners or people who watch us, Alan Bell, David Ferguson, so they right next door. Yeah, man, just to let y'all know where we at, man. We switched it up for episode 9. We had to get out the building, come to my guy's building, man.
Yes, sir.
And you see we got the corn up here. This is all Joe Brown stuff right here, man.
Yep.
Caramel corn, that's my bag over there. So
You know, and you know we rock with that Rex whiskey.
Yeah, we got the Rex whiskey in the building. And so we wanted to pull up on Troy and, you know, get some of his ideas and, you know, some of his experiences because they've been great. They've been lengthy and they've been successful, man. And, you know, you don't want to miss that, man, when it's time to tap in about this business. So, but bro, so we in your store, man. Tell us a little bit about Cultural Blends, man. Like what, you know, like what
Introduce Troy, man.
Got you.
Oh yeah, let's do that first.
We can do that. My name's Troy Douglas. Born and raised. Well, actually, I was born in Portland. I was raised in the suburbs in a little town called River Grove. It's right between Tualatin and Lake Oswego.
What?
So that, yeah, you didn't know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say shit. I
keep
sure
that.
hell
I
didn't
keep
know
that on the DL.
I've probably been through there before.
Yeah, because I rep Southeast pretty hard, but that's where I was born and raised.
You rep the numbers or?
Nah, I'm on like 83rd Cordell the whole day. Nah, I'm not that far. I'm right 82nd. Yeah, all the other Asian cats. But yeah, I've been doing cultural blends for a long time. Yeah, I've been doing it for 8 years.
Whoa.
Started off as a brand. I was going to school. I went to the University of Hawaii Hilo. It's a college out there on the Big Island.
Dope.
What?
Yeah.
Dope.
And I went out there and I started the brand. My best friend at the time was like, "Hey, bro, you want to start a clothing brand?" I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so we started a clothing brand and we were just hustling t-shirts at the farmers markets, on campus, on the back of the car, just like, you know, to friends and stuff.
Yeah.
The brand really grew and stuff, but I wasn't going to stay there forever. I knew I had to come back home. So at that point, in about, I think it was like 2012, 2013 is when I made the Best Coast shirt. And that's the one like we're most known for.
That's what I wanted to talk about too.
Yeah, more people know about the Best Coast than they do about cultural blends.
Right.
That's just a fact. That's a big
That's my
fact.
favorite hoodie, man.
And
I swear to God.
Oh, I didn't get one.
Fuck
I didn't know you had one. I didn't get no.
I knew him before you.
Okay.
And oh yeah, that's right. Kind Heart Collective. But anyways, yeah. So I knew I was coming back home, and so I came out with that hoodie because I had noticed back then that Portland-based brands, they would come and go. They wouldn't stay around, you know. And so I wanted something that had a big demographic, and at that time I was really big into West Coast streetwear. I was a big fan of Capital Brand. I was seeing what they were
my
doing.
guys, man. Okay.
Yep.
Shout out TJ Hooker. Shout out
Ike Boogie, Josh Walker.
They were the first dudes that ever gave me an opportunity for consignment. That's a fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
MLK over there?
Yeah, I dropped off 20. It was like 12 or 24 T-shirts to Ike Boogie. I dropped off the shirts. He said, "Hey, bro, you got an invoice?" And I was like, "What's an invoice?" I had no idea what that was, and so I like scratched out a piece of paper what the sizes were. And anyways, that's how it started. So that's a long time ago. That was like 2012, 13.
Shout out to my nigga Ike Boogie, man. Real talk. That's love, man.
Ike was the fucking man, bro.
Yeah.
I seen him over at a Century Bar, and I was like, I was so happy to see him because I hadn't shared that story with him, and so I was able to share that story with him. So that was really cool. He didn't know that
until it made sense.
Yeah,
see, that's what I'm saying. This Troy, he know motherfuckers, bro. Troy is there, like you know,
low key.
Yeah, he's linked in, bro. He know the right people. Anyway,
Can I ask you why the name Cultural Blends? What does that mean exactly?
So cultural blends, it derives from my mixed like ethnic heritage. So my dad's a Native American. My mom, she's from the island of Guam. She's Filipina, and so like I've always kind of been between cultures. I was never like, well, first off, my dad wasn't he wasn't raised Native because he was given up for adoption, and so I was always kind of like never really knew about that part. My dad was just he's dark, he's like like David's color, like you're not dark, you know what I'm saying?
That's Papi Ortiz.
Right. But for a brown
chocolates.
dude, yeah, he was dark. And then my mom, she's Filipino, right? But anyways, I was never like quite Filipino enough. So I've always kind of been between cultures, and that's where cultural.
Hey, I like
That's
that.
dope.
It's like you kind of like find the common bonds between differences, and when you do that, that's how like I believe you kind of bring people together. So
That's right.
I knew he was gonna have a good ass answer.
Oh yeah. Troy ain't no joke.
I knew there was good reasoning behind cultural blends. I just didn't know the exact, but yeah.
Troy
That's
ain't no-
dope.
Thank you, man.
I like that.
Speaking of that, man, like that's not the first time I heard you say something like that. What event was that I met you at when we first started chatting? Downtown in
My
the
people's?
hot as summer. When you were speaking on stage.
Oh yeah.
What
That was at My People's Market. That was the summer. Yeah, that's right.
That's
bro.
why. Yeah.
Dang, that's right. So that was at My People's Market, the summer edition, and they had me on the panel. We were just talking about our brands. There's two other entrepreneurs, Chase and this other lady.
Yeah.
And
You went deeper though. You talked about the business, but you went deeper into that whole spirituality aspect of people and understanding and crossing those barriers and blending basically. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta talk to him.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I vibe with, bro. So I definitely loved it when I heard you speak. So that's what probably got us here right now.
Cool.
You know, on some level, but yeah, we appreciated that.
Yeah, thank you.
That's definitely. So tell us this, man, because everybody wants to know this story. What made you want to do, what made you want to get into the fashion industry, and what made you want to do cultural blends?
That's crazy. I never really had a passion for fashion, to be completely honest. What I enjoy doing is like creating product, right? When I created products, like it was for t-shirts, right? So I started just getting into that lane of creating t-shirts and hoodies and just apparel, right? And so I just enjoy doing that. Fashion though, like you see the shoes on my feet, like you know what I mean? I'm a casual guy. I'm very casual, and I never really had a passion for that. So that's the answer.
No, but you know what? That's funny that you said that, because I feel like our stories are similar. Because I feel like I've been a fashionable dude, but I never really thought I could sell clothes. Like in my wildest dream, like I never thought that this is what I would be doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Same, bro. Same.
And it was kind of like I had to. I feel like I needed a sign. Like I needed somebody. People kind of kept pushing at me and being like, "Bro, this is what you should do," and I didn't want to do it. And then like I said, once I got my design, then that's when I really decided to take off. But yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, I feel like the name has to be something that has to do with you as a person. Which we all have. Yeah. But I'm saying everything else that comes with it kind of just has to fall into place. You can't really, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like with the cultural blends, he got the name and then it just happened.
Yeah.
Black Mannequin got the sign, it happened. Stackin kicks.
Yeah.
That's what you love to do, and then it happened.
Yeah.
You know what
I was thinking about that this morning, man. I was like, dang, because I've been loving shoes. I was in second grade. I've been a huge fan of shoes, bro.
Would you ever thought that you'd be selling clothes?
No. I was, bro, on the way to your shop today, I was thinking like, man, it's crazy how my life turned out. Like when I sold my first piece of clothing like 15 years ago, even then I would have never thought that I'd be selling this much clothing. And like, I was thinking like, dang, how did this happen?
Yeah.
And if I was like myself back then, would I have thought that this would be happening? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't have thought that at all.
What about you, Troy?
It's crazy.
Nah, I absolutely never thought I'd be selling as many t-shirts as we have.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And, thankfully, we got a couple co-signs from like Snoop Dogg and like Damian Lillard wore that, and that's what really sold it.
Yeah.
'Cause I can sell to my friends and my family, but like that shit really like helped blow it up.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So we in the Lloyd Center right now, man. It's got sort of a volatile history, especially where it's going now.
Yeah.
What made you put a store in Lloyd Center instead of like on the streets or like downtown or anywhere else in the areas that's growing?
That's a good question. So Lloyd Center last year, they had this opportunity, right? They were calling it Lloyd Local.
Mm-hmm.
And what that was they were filling all the empty spaces. So, I mean, when you look around Lloyd Center today, 2019, almost 2020, there's a lot of empty spaces. What they were trying to do is fill all those spaces with local vendors. And what they were trying to do is they were trying to be a mall in America that was being completely progressive, right? Because a lot of malls across the country, they're having a hard time with leases, and so a lot of stores are closing, right? Because online, Amazon, stuff like that.
Shit
right?
booming off, yeah. It's
Right.
different.
And so what Lloyd Center was trying to do is they were trying to be the first one to like, okay, they're trying to do the blueprint for if you can bring in local brands, you know, I guess the mall can make more money, and then the mall can be saved or whatever. That's what they were trying to do, and that's how they pitched me. I was like, oh man, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And plus too, the rent was way cheaper than what it normally is.
Right.
Normally it's like, I don't know, maybe a couple. I probably shouldn't talk about the rent.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You see me? I feel like my
The
ears
mall-
are
The mall's probably like, shut the fuck up. They're like, be quiet.
Right.
But anyways, so it's cheaper than what it normally was and what it was back in the day, of course.
Yeah.
And because of that, I was just going to do a pop-up for November and December 2018. We did that. It was successful. And then after that, Lloyd Center was like, you want to stick around for a couple more months? I said, yeah, let's stick around for a couple months. We did that, and after that, they're like, hey, we really like you. We really like the shop. Maybe, if you want to stay, like, you're more than welcome to stay. And I was like, do you want us to stay? They're like, yeah, we'd love it. And I was like, cool. Let's renegotiate.
Yeah.
So you did a pop-up where? Here?
Same shop. This
Really?
was just supposed to be temporary. We're supposed to be here for 2
You was
months.
around the corner from here, wasn't you?
Nah, everyone thinks that. We were right here.
You were never around the corner from here?
Nah, we were
I don't
right
know.
here.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I
Like
don't know why I
around the
thought
corner
that.
in the mall?
Yeah, I mean in the mall though.
Yeah, we're right
Just
here.
literally. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
we've
were
been right
never
here.
in the mall.
My People's Market was around the corner, and maybe that's what you were hearing. Yeah.
Okay, I could because
They were doing a pop-up.
Oh, okay.
They were doing a pop-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
My People's Market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he been here. The Lloyd Center for I don't know how long it's been. I feel like that's why we call this episode. We're bringing the culture back to Lloyd Center, of course, cultural blends, but which has a lot to do with it, and also the culture of like I feel like I used to come through this mall. You know what I'm saying, when we was younger, and it would be full every day. Niggas come over from Benson eating lunch, fights outside, across the street at the Max.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was lit. Like we used to come in here, go upstairs. I remember me, Killer Cam. We used to go upstairs. We used to be at the Tilt. You know what I'm saying? Getting
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
chicks.
Oh, yeah.
It was lit. It was like the place to come kick it. You don't give a fuck if you had $7 in your pocket.
Yeah.
You gonna come
That's
get a
the thing,
Cinnabon.
man. Yeah.
You gonna get a couple numbers, and it's gonna be lit up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And then of course you gonna go up there and see the homies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Looking at all the new shoes and looking at shit you can't afford.
Yeah, all
you know,
that.
But
Yeah.
talking to the girls and
it was a whole vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's like we had a route, man. I don't know. Did you guys have a route? Because you
Hell
come to the
yeah.
Lloyd, you come here, you walk through the Tilt, you walk down there,
Yep.
you walk over
Yeah.
here,
niggas hitting the food court first.
and then you hang out. You hang out on the
The
bridge
food
for a
court,
second.
Yeah, you already know.
Am I right?
Bro, real
Hang up on the
talk.
bridge
Real,
for a second.
real talk.
You
real
know,
talk.
you look
man.
down, you get a
Yeah.
couple phone numbers.
But that's what I'm saying, because you could hang over there, and
Yeah.
people, if you wasn't hanging over there, you look down and see like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You might see a homie down there. Hey, man, what
Yeah.
up?
Do you
Come
guys
on down.
remember?
Or some Benson thoughts.
Right. They had the bad ones though.
Do you remember when there was no roof? You guys remember
I
that?
remember that. I'm
When it was
okay with
open?
that.
Because I was born in '89, so I don't think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I remember being a kid, man. There was no roof on this
Yeah.
mall, man.
Yeah.
Bro, the history of the Lloyd Center got a cold history, and so I feel like, like with cultural blends, bringing the culture back, like the vibe, like, you know what I'm saying, dope ass streetwear, shoes, and shit that people can get excited to come to the mall about, because for a while motherfuckers wasn't excited about coming to the Lloyd Center. Motherfuckers goddamn near people
It was
thought the Lloyd
depressing.
Center, it was damn near like a
depressing, bro.
graveyard. Motherfuckers was not showing up. You know what I'm saying?
I hear people talk about this store like all on the sneaker pages and everything.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, I be seeing it all the time. They know this the dopest store in the mall.
That's cool.
This
I'm gonna
is
keep
the
it real.
dopest store
Yeah,
in the
I was
mall,
just gonna say that this is
Thank
the
you.
dopest store in the mall. And I mean, not just because we got our clothes in here, but it's just the whole vibe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That comes with it. And I honestly feel like, my personal opinion, like I look up to Troy with what he did with this, because we all got brands, but I feel like he opened his mind and you know what I'm saying, he broadened his horizons, and he brought in all types of different stuff like jerseys and just different like memorabilia, sports figurines and all that.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's more of a hustle. I mean, you got his brand in here as well, but I feel like I learned a lot from it, man. And,
Thank you.
I mean, just looking at just how you, like I said, how you opened your mind.
Shoes, yeah, shoes is not really my thing. It's not my thing at all. Just to be truthful about it, but shoes, we got Foot Locker, Finish Line, Champs, and Chic. Right,
Yeah.
4 stores. The stores that are doing well at Lloyd Center, I just just from observing, bro. I sit back there and I just observe. I see the bags that people have. It's all the shoes, bro. It's all shoes. So I'm trying to make this whole side all shoes.
Yeah.
Just so that our secondary stuff, the apparel, because the shoes is what brings people in.
Right.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But
Then
like
they can
our
match it up.
secondary stuff, like no offense to Champs or Foot Locker, but our stuff is way better than a Foot
No,
Locker
it is. No, you're
t-shirt,
right.
you know what I mean?
hell
Like,
yeah.
Them,
Right.
Hey, them
Hell
whack ass t-shirts you can get 3 for $20 to fucking
real.
turn into look like a bath
That's
towel after
right.
you wash
That's
it once.
right.
Bro, your neck is wide open like you just got arrested.
Yeah, look like your baby mom caught you with another bra. You just,
right. Yeah, but you got away.
Yeah. Oh, get off me. You hit it with the Deion Sanders shakedown.
Pull up to your homie, have to just shoulder out, man.
Yeah.
She tripping.
Yeah, no, you ain't gotta tell him. He already know what happened. Your baby mom tripping again, huh? Nigga, look at your shirt.
That's funny as shit.
Oh,
man.
But no. I mean, it's got the dopest stuff. I mean, the local stuff we got in Portland is dope, man. You know, Stackin Kicks, Black Mannequin, the Optic, man. We got some dope ass stuff. Cultural blends.
Well,
the
here's
stuff,
the
the
thing.
stuff I see from Adidas and Nike, I'm not hating. I love you guys too.
Yeah.
But y'all stuff is basically just y'all name. You know, I don't see a whole lot of creativity because they already made it, and all due respect.
Hell yeah.
But Nike got the dumbest slogans sometimes on their shirts. Bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
I know what
reading.
you're
I'm like,
talking
really?
I mean, and motherfuckers buy that shit because it say Nike.
Exactly.
So,
But
yeah.
that's the beauty of branding, though. And so, you know, you want fresh shit, or you want nationally known stuff. But
Yeah. Well, you know, here's the thing too. I don't know if y'all thought about this, but you know, we all got stores. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And even though we hustle different and we do things different, like we can all. We can learn from each other. Because I mean, like, you know, I watch y'all and I'll be like, okay, damn, that's a dope idea. Hey, I ain't gonna keep it real. I might not tell you motherfuckers, but I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna keep that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1 bedroom apartment in my brain, and then when it's time to pull it out, I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that too. I'm just gonna do it my way.
Yo.
So it's just dope, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to be in the store. It's dope.
Same.
I feel like we was lucky to link up with Troy. You know what I'm saying? We've
Oh, yeah.
actually all known each other for years, and we all of our brands have grown. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
definitely.
crazy.
I mean,
bro.
Crazy
yeah.
amount.
So
Yeah.
so it's a blessing to be here and be able to work with each other.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man.
Connect with the like minds, man. But another thing about Troy, like I said, is he deeper than just. He got a lot of passion, man. You know, just about being a good human being. You know, and that's what I like about him the most. He know how to treat people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time the owner is what make the business.
Yeah.
You know, you walk into a store. You know, some stores you walk in, they like mad you came here. Like
Right.
unless you buy something.
Yeah.
Troy spot you from way down there and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even in the store yet.
Yeah.
You know, but just the love and the respect, you know, and the appreciation that he showed, you know, and the good energy, man, is like you can't buy that.
Nah.
You know, and that's partially what makes a brand. You want to talk real quick a little bit about, like, you know, how does, you know, just energy, being a good hearted, you know, showing love, like, how does that play a role in having a successful brand? You think?
That's a good question. I think it's super important, right? It's super important because people can feel that, you know. At the end of the day, like, people will sense, like, you know, that's a cool shirt, I like it. The person behind it, I don't know if I buy into it, or I don't know if I believe it. And because of that, they won't purchase, or they will purchase.
Right.
And so having that person, right, like the core of what the brand is about, be solid, then people will be like, okay, it just says cultural blends on it, or it just has you know, their logo or whatever, but because it's attached to maybe something deeper, a person that's trying to move, you know, in a positive way, then they will shell that $25 out because there's more of like an emotional connection.
Right.
Nah, you right.
And,
That's real talk.
They identify with that.
yeah.
Really, with all of our brands, it's more than clothes.
Yeah.
It is. It's especially the people who support us, the people who wear our clothes, the people who speak positively on our brands and what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's because they fuck with us.
Right.
Now, of course, we couldn't go out and put a donkey on a shirt and the motherfucker gonna wear it. but what I'm saying is, you know, if people, if like he said, perfect example, if people like your clothes and they like you as a person, they're gonna buy everything you drop. You know what I'm saying?
And I think what's cool about that is even if they don't like your clothes that much, if they like you, they'll still purchase that thing. Man.
Yeah.
Because they're supporting a good cause.
So it's always important for brands to understand, like, you know, like you can't really, I think what, I ain't gonna say it bothers me, but it always makes me raise an eyebrow when people think they can separate themselves from their brand.
Yeah.
You know, you talk shit all day about people, or, you know, just be angry and be hateful and think that that's not going to affect your business on some
Hell
level.
yeah.
It's nonsense.
Especially this shit.
You know, it's like nonsense, man. It's always connected. You and your brand are one. You guys belong together. You guys are married, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you fail, then the brand can fail.
Period.
You know?
You can pull one wrong fuck move and you think your shit's still gonna be lit? Nah.
Yeah.
Your shit gonna crumble, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real talk. Hey, you know, I was just thinking about this. I gotta tell this. I gotta tell this story. I think I might have told Troy, but this shit is fucking hilarious because when I first came, Troy called me and he was like, man, you know, I want Black Mannequin in the store. Dave, I think your stuff might have already been in here. I think Stackin, I think you might have been. I think I know he called us probably around the same time, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm gonna keep it real. Like Troy hit me, and motherfuckers know I be busy as shit, man. I'm running around and all that. It probably took me like a month to get in here, and so by the time I came to the store and I seen it, I felt like a fucking asshole because I'm like, man, what the fuck? Because I ain't gonna lie. I had no idea this was the store. I had no idea the shit looked like this. Like. I wasn't trying to downplay my guy, but I hadn't been over here.
You hadn't had
I hadn't been over here, so I had no idea the store looked like this. So then, honestly, like when I finally came in here, I was looking around. I'm like, man, this motherfucking shit way tighter than mine. I'm like, man, I've been bullshitting. I'm like, thank God he hit me, man. I was honored to have my shit in here because I'm like, this shit about my shit times 17.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the whole vibe he had going in here was dope. I came in, I was in this motherfucker like a fan. When I came in here, I was in here like a nigga that ain't never seen this shit.
I didn't know.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's getting
I'm like,
there. It's getting there.
So I mean, just with the selection that he had, the vibe, the music, everything.
Right, man.
Music's always good.
Yeah, the way shit was set up, I was like, man, this shit is dope. And it was just like, I just kind of felt like I felt like I should have kicked myself in the ass. I'm like, man, I should have got my shit over there quicker. You know what I mean? But it all worked out.
I feel like we got to cheers to that. Man, I heard that, bro. I heard that.
Yeah, no, this is definitely,
Come on, man.
the dopest store.
Look.
This is definitely the dopest store, man.
you.
I just seen
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, just the way. The investment, the value, the cleanliness. You know, the way it's all put together. It's got everything you need, man. Like if you're part of this culture, the sneaker, streetwear, you know, etc. You're gonna love this place. You know what I mean? Like this is where you need to be. And they got the dopest local brands in here as well.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really beat that. So Lloyd's in the second floor, man. You gotta pull up, and you're gonna see something that you didn't expect to see. And all the vintage stuff. What about the vintage stuff, man?
Yeah. So the vintage stuff.
Like this hat, man.
Yeah, for me.
That's the hat I think I had in second grade.
for me, vintage has always been like basketball vintage. I've always been into it because 90s basketball, like Space Jam, right? Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
I was always a little guy when I was hooping. So when I have like jerseys, those is always like Muggsy Bogues or Damon Stoudemire, right? Those are my two guys.
Yeah.
And so I've always been into vintage, but just to feel this, bro, 1,500 square feet, I had to figure it.
That's how much it wasn't. God,
Yeah.
It wasn't just gonna be the Besco shirt, you know.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I had to feel it somewhere. So I had a buddy of mine who's big thrifter, Fallen Legends. You know, shout out to Fallen Legends. He has so much vintage stuff at his house, so he brought in a bunch. This whole side is all Fallen Legends. That's what he calls himself.
He got some jerseys and
Bro,
shit.
he
got some
probably
serious classics
he
up
probably has the most champion NBA jerseys out of anybody in this country. I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear.
This place is like a mix. If people around streetwear stores around the city, it's like a mix between like a brand store, fucking Foot Locker, and fucking what's the other place? Like a Laundry PDX or a Decades of Dope. You know what I'm saying? So all in one. You can come here, you can get your vintage, you can get your local brands, you can get the hot ass exclusive kicks. You know what I'm saying? You can get dope ass old school jerseys. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just a dope vibe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of exclusive shit that you wouldn't be getting anywhere else.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said Copeland's.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I ain't heard a nigga say Copeland's. I ain't heard a nigga say Copeland's since 89.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Copeland's. I forgot about Copeland's.
But when you think about it,
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. It's got the Copeland vibe, bro.
Man.
And this shit way better than Copeland's.
But the vibe, though, with the old school shit, man.
Copeland's would have a fucking cornball with a red polo on
Man.
it.
But what I'm saying
Wrinkled
is,
up khakis.
But what I'm saying is that they old enough to have sold some of this stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
I
what I'm
see
saying.
I see
Like,
what
they
you're
was
saying.
carrying this kind of shit back then.
I feel like Troy's store is that's what I'm saying. The way he put it together, it's
there
like
ain't no
a
store like it.
Exactly.
Basically.
It's a combination store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a it's just you have a lot of options in here when you come in here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you like, and it's beautiful to me through a businessman's eyes because there's numerous things that can draw you in. You know what I'm saying? You might want to come and get the baby onesie. You might want to come and, you know what I'm saying, check out some of the Black Mannequin or the Stackin Kicks. You might want to come and get you some Penny Hardaways or some exclusive J's. You might want to fucking come, you know what I'm saying, and get you a dope hat. So
you might just want a jersey.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
this motherfucker's like the Spider-Man of. It's so many webs. There's so many ways you can bring you in here. You know what I'm saying? This shit's just dope, bro.
You might want to shoot a jumper, man. It's a hoop up there with a chain on it, man.
Troy, this motherfucker, this is the Peter Parker of the Lloyd.
Wow. I like it. We got some Spider-Man ones back there.
Look,
you know, size 11 dead stock.
You know what I'm saying?
And the shit he got in here, you're not gonna find at Foot Locker, man. You're not gonna find at Champs or Sheets or
Exclusive.
Foot Action or your uncle's basement. None of this stuff. Like this is stuff that some of this stuff is just one-on-one. Most of it is, right?
Yeah.
You know, and these are exclusives, man. And do you do consignment too?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we do consignment. So we do consignment on shoes. Typically, it's like 80-20. If the shoe's over $500, which is rare, but some people bring it into us, we cut it down to 15%. And then for vintage, we do 70-30. So they would keep, if you bring in stuff and we want it, it'd be 70% for you guys, 30% for us. And then basically, we just pay people out as it sells. So. Cash, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, whatever they want to accept, we're willing to do it. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to work with my tax person, but we'll figure that shit out.
Yeah. What I wanted to talk about real quick is because I've been seeing people, a lot of local brands doing pop-ups at your store. So kind of talk about that and just kind of let people know because a lot of people they're going to be checking this out and they might want to come through and do a pop-up.
Definitely. So the pop-ups, it happens right in the front of the shop. What we do is we just have like 2 tables just like this, boom and boom, right at the front. So the entranceway doesn't get too clogged. We have it right here, boom. And so that's perfect because when people are walking, throughout the mall, they're gonna see the booth, right? And so what we're trying to do is just like spotlight the local brands so they get some love because I'm never gonna go away from like supporting local brands because that's how this whole like thing started, right? And so they can pop up and they can sell their merch or whatever. We ask for like 10% of sales, or $50, but whatever. Sometimes it's cool, even if it's just good promotion that they can bring their people to the shop, and that's worth it to us.
It's a win-win.
We just got to talk about it type of thing. But for the new year, for 2020, we're gonna try to do it on Sundays. And the thought process behind that is on Sundays, people are coming back from either church or Sundays, people are just in a good, like kind of like communal type of spirit. So Sundays is where we're gonna have our pop-ups. So if you want to have a pop-up, it's gonna be on Sundays. You can be there all day. At Lloyd Center, it's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's dope.
And then you can pop up, sell your merchandise. And then,
shit, I ain't gonna lie, I want to do a fucking pop up.
No, I think you would kill it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Shit, we have to back to just
do it at the same time.
That would be both corners. Boom, boom.
Ooh, that'd be ill.
Right.
We might have to set that up and make Lloyd Center history.
Yeah, but that way it's good because you guys both have your followings, right?
Exactly.
And that's the whole premise behind it is like you bring people in, you eat, he eats, we all eat.
Yep.
That's it. That's cultural blends. That's everybody eats. That's kind of like our mantra is like everyone can get a little bit of something just as long as we kind of like connect and all that shit. So.
Everybody eats, B.
That cultural blends idea, I like that, bro. You talking about putting stuff together and blending.
And like it's been the tough thing for me is like the brand started off as like cultural blends is like designing things that had kind of like an ethnic blend. But this is different. It's like sneaker culture, streetwear. It's local brands. It's a different kind of blending. And so I actually thought about changing the name to something different.
Not your brand name.
Nah, yeah, I was thinking about changing this because it was like this isn't like cultural blends how it started, and some of my old customers were like, what are the jerseys like? That's like they were cool with it, but at the same time they're like, what is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're asking that type of question, and so for me, that kind of like attacks me because they've been around forever. They're the ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they was your old school diehard fans, but a lot of times, as you know, a lot of people they don't want to change. And the thing is, when they like your brand, maybe they don't have to.
Yeah.
So you always gotta have some stuff for them, but you know how it is. Times change. And as a
yeah.
businessman, you gotta keep your ear to the street. You always gotta be.
That's
you
what
gotta,
it was.
You just gotta
That's
find
what
out.
it was.
You gotta find a way to make as many people happy as possible.
Yeah.
But you also, you know, you can't. The diehard fans sometimes you be like, okay, well I feel y'all, but if I just did what you wanted, then it might be ugly. For me. I gotta appeal to everyone.
And you know, talking about that, bro. Like, as businessmen, we know that people always come to us with suggestions about what we should do with our brand and business, and they completely neglect the fact that we have 99% of a whole nother customer base that's not you. That don't like what you like.
For real.
You know, everybody wants us to create what they want for them specifically, and we can't sell to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be more universal, and you got to grow with the time and grow with the energy, and then you know, in the masses of what's moving forward. You know, you can take your brand to that levels. I mean, you're supposed to grow with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's not gonna always. If it's gonna stay the same, then you sell the. If you search the first year, then you're done. You can't grow.
Well, for real, you know, you have to. You gotta grow and evolve. You have to. Or you're gonna be sitting in a hole, but if you're sitting on top of your shirts, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Now, I know we gotta come back to. I know we're doing Ratchet the Week in a little bit, but we're going on break in a second. But real quick, man, what all brands do you carry? Cultural Blends. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so the local brands that we carry, Blazer Gang, official Blazer Gang.
Is that Andre?
That's Andre Miller.
Okay, Andre. Shout out Andre.
Yep. Black Mannequin, of course.
Shout out Brian.
Yep. Stackin Kicks, of course. And then Women Ball too. So there are 2 kids that just graduated from University of Oregon, and they're killing it.
Both females?
No. So it's a couple. It's a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Okay. Women Ball too.
Women Ball too.
What's the name of the brand?
Women Ball too.
Women Ball too.
Women Ball too, and they're doing a bunch of different collabs with the WNBA and like Diana Taurasi. And
That's
okay.
I
remember you.
They're doing big things, and then we got Swabkin, and that's it.
Oh, my guy Nate.
My guy Nate Swab and Maxito.
That's right, and Max.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my guys, man.
I see some straight to the top over there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's our newest, straight to the top. Can't forget about them. Yeah, they've been killing it with the pop-up, so we got to bring them in too.
And we got Cultural Blends in here, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Real quick though, man. I know you didn't really do nothing, but let's show them the most popular shirt real quick.
Definitely.
I got this in a hoodie. This is on the back of my hoodie.
Need this.
The Best Coast,
Got you, man.
Washington, Oregon, and California license plate.
They stole this at Venice
For
Beach.
real?
I swear to God, that's
Bro, I've been hearing that so
motherfucker
much,
tight.
bro. People be bootlegging it.
Oh, they're out of
They do
line.
be bootleg. If they got this on it, then it ain't official.
Yeah.
Remember that.
I heard they was at Disneyland too.
I'm tripping when I go to Venice Beach.
But they
Bro,
sold
that
this at the
is
airport. They don't
crazy.
know all the
Yeah.
man. They sold
Yeah.
this everywhere.
I mean, everywhere.
That's
bro.
my joint. That's my
crazy.
favorite hoodie. I swear to God, bro. I
that's
put that hoodie
crazy.
on, and people always be like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, we
like
do.
I might walk into Target and I'll flip my hood up just so people can see it better.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
motherfuckers be like, bro, what the? That shit is hard. I'm like, yeah. I know.
Troy, like I ain't got no account in Venice
Cultural
Beach.
blends, man.
Yeah, for real, I do not.
Cultural
bro.
blends,
I do
man.
not. But that's not the first time I heard something like that.
Well,
so.
they say that imitation is the best form of flattery, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And they also say that if you're not being copied, then you ain't doing good enough.
Real talk.
So,
Stop bootlegging the shit out of
That's perfect.
Stop bootlegging the shit.
Make
Link
him
with
feel
my man.
better.
We're gonna leave his
That
info.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We about to get into a break, man. You know
we'll
what
be
I'm saying?
back.
Stackin Black, man. Episode 9.
Episode 9, man. Bringing culture back to the Lloyd. What up, man? Dave exclusive Stackin Kicks, man. We in Cultural Blends getting it in. My boy B-Wall.
You already know, man. We out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We inside the Lloyd Center. Right when you walk in on the 2nd floor. You know what I'm saying? You overlook where the skating ring used to be. Right next to Joe Brown Caramel Corn for my people who die hard. And we're going to show you, you know what I'm saying? Some fresh gear, man. Cultural blends.
Right, they got that shit, man. They got the 6s on.
Yeah, they got some hot shit, you know what I'm saying?
The purple stack.
Fine 10s, you feel me? All exclusive joints. Look at these pennies, bruh. You feel me?
101, man. Like, Sheiks and, like, they ain't got this shit, bro.
Fuck shit. We out here, man.
Hey, check out this Just Don Jordan hat.
Yeah, that joint is icy. That joint is icy.
Look at that, bro. That's ridiculous.
That look like Gucci leather.
All the exclusive, man.
Let's head this way.
One-on-one. Everybody not gonna be rocking your shit, man.
For all you niggas that hoop, you can come up here, nigga. You can get yammed on up here too. Real quick. Ill jersey, you know what I mean?
Classic champions, though. Championship.
Oh, nigga, look at this shit. Look at the ill Pacers joint. Is that Jermaine O'Neal?
Right.
Yeah.
Remember when he got scratched by Jordan?
Oh yeah, look, ill hoop shorts. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up to this motherfucker and get these Michigans. You know what I'm saying? These Jalen Roses. You feel me? You feel me?
Hey, we thought P
USA
was gonna win it this year for sure, bro. But that's classic, man.
Motherfucking Marty McFlies. Shout out to Marty Mark.
It's the dopest store in the Lloyd, man. Matter of fact, in Portland, when it comes to streetwear, man, and sneakerhead shit,
Look at the figurine.
it just don't get no
Oh,
better.
is that your? Why did they do my nigga like that? Oh, that's Kenny Anderson? Damn, it's the Kenny Anderson voodoo dog. You know what I'm saying? Look at Nate McMillan. And that's really his head body ratio. His head was really that much bigger than his body.
Yeah, but where you gonna get this at? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a Raider fan, but I'm just saying this is big.
F?
Like, where do you get this
Hey.
at, bro?
Remember the old school pullover? I had this joint. I had the Kentucky joint.
That's where I put my candy at on my way to school.
Nigga, I used to keep weed in there. Come on, get you some Blazers glasses.
They hurt me with this one.
Dope ass 13.
This is the exact one I had.
Nigga,
when
that's
I
the
was
motherfucking Randall.
No, don't be like that. That's the one I had, man, in high school, man.
It looked like Randall Cunningham had this on. You feel me?
See, there you playing.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna come over this side. As y'all can see, most shoes. Look. Concords. Hold on. The greatest Nike shoe ever, Air Max 95. My favorite joints. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man.
But yeah, look, get all this
Lot of
shit,
play.
man.
Hold on. Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? Europe. Yeah, man. Certified, man.
Look at this, bro. You don't get this anywhere, man. It's only one store in the town that's going.
We talking about exclusive exclusives, you know what I'm saying? Major kicks, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Troy, man. He's doing it right over here. Man. Look at the exclusive Louis beanie. That's my guy too. He sold a couple joints over at the closet, man. I fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? That shit is official.
But look at this though, bro.
Nigga,
You don't get these
that's
nowhere,
the
man.
Sean Elliott wore that Spurs hat, nigga, after they won the championship. Nigga, fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? And then of course we got the cultural blends. We got the Best Coast hoodies. You feel me? Best Coast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Troy. This is
The
his
most
brand.
popular hoodies,
You know what I mean?
cultural
Hey,
blend.
y'all see that? This is the joint I'm talking about. I got right here.
Matter
The
of
black
fact,
joint.
hey,
Best Coast.
get this jacket, man. I got this from Cultural Blends right here.
That Supreme coat?
Yeah, I got this from here. Yeah.
Oh,
Check it
that's
out.
hard. I just noticed that shit said Supreme.
Yeah.
That shit hard.
Yeah, I got this from Troy, man. Cultural. You know, I couldn't get this nowhere, man. You feel me? Like, this is the shit. He had me looking good.
Cheese as well. All flavors, you know what I'm saying? Kool-Aid packs. That's what I call them. You feel me? You got the Kool-Aid pack, every flavor on the fuck what you need. Red. No, not cherry, not water, red. You know what I'm saying? And then of course we're gonna come over here to the Stackin Kicks.
Most
Black
popular
Mannequin
shit,
section.
right?
You feel?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Last but not least,
Got Stackin Kicks in the building.
we still kicking verses, you know what I'm saying?
For you that rapper do poetry.
You dig?
or
We
rap.
got nice little selection, hoodies and all that, sweatshirts, hats, you feel? And,
Stacked up at the top.
Yeah, man. You dig? And then
Black Mannequin.
we got that black mannequin for you, know what I'm saying? Got a few crop sweatshirts. Oh, look, I'm in here fumbling shit.
If you don't know Black Mannequin, then you don't live here.
Yeah, crop sweatshirts. We got some leggings, got some crop hoodies, you know what I'm saying? Bring your baby mom, you know what I'm saying? And if you ask Troy, you can even take a picture with me. You know what I'm saying? He'll pull it out. Your baby mom can take a picture with me and everybody can be happy.
And your baby daddy cuts you out when he get home.
Yeah.
But check this out.
Yeah, and he gonna give you a free ice pack too to put on that eye after she do it.
Look, Blazer Gang though, man. Shout out to Andre, man, for the
Right,
Blazer
man.
Gang movement, man.
Yeah, you know.
It's been hot, you know what I'm saying? Like they rocking with it. Town business. Before we get up out of here, man, just understand, man, when you're talking about Culture Blend, you're talking about the best coast, you're talking about Troy, man, you're talking about people really rocking and really pushing. Snoop Dogg posted this, man. And he got 1 million likes with his shirt on. Everybody posting, you know what I'm
That's
saying,
a
the
big deal.
website. That's major.
Yeah.
And this is when Snoop only had one strip of gray hair.
So just know you fucking with big shit, man.
So, yeah, ain't nobody playing, man. Our whole life invested into this fashion business. You feel me?
So as y'all can see, you know what I'm saying, Stackin Black episode 9, me and Dave, we in here, man. We just gave y'all the tour of Cultural Blends, a lot of hot shit over, I don't know how many shoes, jerseys, vintage wear, local brands. hats, exclusive shit, you know what I'm saying? And they even got magazines over there. Y'all ain't see that shit. But you can come in here, you can get dunked on, you can bring your baby mom, you can bring the kids. Something for everybody.
We back, man. Stackin Black, episode 9. Culture Blends with my guy Troy, man. Bringing culture back to the Lloyd Center. What's up with you, bro? How was your break?
My break was good, bro.
Sip some Rex whiskey.
That's right.
Sipped a little bit of Rex.
Sipped a little bit of Rex.
Down about half a bottle. Feel good.
You
I feel
dig?
very good.
Hey, Chauncey, he's knocking this shit down, yeah.
Right.
I don't know nothing about it.
Cheers.
Portland known brand. Shout out to Chauncey for
King.
the love.
You
Chauncey
dig?
King.
Love, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and we bought this bottle.
Oh yeah,
Support black business.
Support.
You dig?
So yeah, we gonna get into the Ratchet in the week in a second, but first, man, we wanna finish out what we was doing with Troy, man, on your interview.
Yep.
You know, Brian get a little bit turned up on the Ratchet shit. So you know. So B, you wanted to, you know.
Yeah. So I had a question for Troy. I know he gave us some great information. Dope store. For all my people out there that have brands and maybe have ambitions of opening a store like this, you know what I'm saying? My guy's a great guy. A dude you can come up and talk to. You know, he's here. Store's open every day, matter of fact, too. 7 days a week. Yeah. And I just want to know, you know what I'm saying, like what's your plans for the future? Do you have any plans for expanding or
Yeah,
you know,
what's your vision for Culture Blends?
I would say I'm really focused on this upcoming year, right? 2020.
Yeah.
That's where my focus is.
Yeah.
I want to stay here at Lloyd Center for at least one more year.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do, right? Stay here at Lloyd Center for one more year, and then after that, 2021, have some sort of plan to get a shop outside of Lloyd Center. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because right now, like, it's taken months. We've been here for 12 months. It's taken the 9, 10, 11, 12 months to really start to get some momentum.
Yeah.
And from that momentum, I don't want to just stop after Christmas,
Nah,
right?
hell no.
I want
Fuck
to
that.
keep going. And
Yeah.
even though January, February, March is difficult, right? The months after retail, after the holidays, I want to stay here so that we can build off of what momentum we've gotten built to this point to go through 2020. And then after that, bro, I'm trying to get out of Lloyd because who knows what's gonna happen. No one really knows, and they
You're right.
even management talks about it. They say like, we don't even really know.
Yeah.
And that's scary for a small business. So I want to stay for one more year, and then after that have some sort of exit strategy where we might move somewhere. I want to, downtown looks good.
Yeah.
Hawthorne looks good. Who knows? But I want to get our own store where we can really not be on the mall's watch, but we can be on our own, doing more stuff like this.
Yeah. I think that's dope. I think that, with the consistency, you're here 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, even with my store, I'm available 7 days a week, but my store's only open 5. Dave, I don't know how many days yours.
5.
Yeah. So
I need like 2 days off.
Yeah.
feel
So
that.
yeah. and so with what you're doing, and for the consistency, I mean, there's really no days off. Probably, maybe holidays or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's smart because you're building your brand. You're building it to the point to where when you move, once you build your brand and you solidify it enough, as long as you're not too far away from where we're too out the way, then your people they're gonna come to where you're
They'll
at.
find you, man.
Yeah, and I mean the city of Portland is,
They're loyal.
Yeah, it's not that
part.
big, but we all know, like you said, the spots that he named, Hawthorne and downtown, it's spots that are accessible. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it might be some spots that's even better than the Lloyd Center.
True.
I mean, depending on, you know what I'm saying, if you're on the Max line, if you're on the, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope that you're thinking about expanding and you know what you want to do, because like you said, it's a lot of stuff for a small business that's very scary, but we set goals, and just like all the goals that I've set for Black Mannequin, I stick to them.
Yeah.
And we set goals, and you knock them down, and you make new ones.
That's good.
And you move forward and you progress.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I want to
you
talk.
gotta have goals.
I want to talk about goals for a second, but before I get into that, man, I want to say that I admire your tenacity and your perseverance, because, like you said, things didn't always go the way you wanted them to go in the beginning. But I feel like what separates the winners, from the people that's still reaching, is being able to handle life and business even when it's not working out to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? To me, that makes all the difference in the world, because
Survivors.
Yeah, because eventually the universe catches up to you.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, it's like it ain't going the way I want to go. Most people quit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most people give up. Oh, it ain't working. Oh, I ain't made no money in 2 months. I'm done.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever the case you're going through, you know it's gonna be a struggle.
Yeah.
You know it's not gonna go the way you wanted in the beginning. You willing to go a whole another year
Right.
to keep pushing. Instead, you're not looking for a way out. You're looking for a way in still.
Right.
You know, and I admire that about you,
I
bro.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's a vision, right? It's almost like, the third eye, right? You can see it, right?
Yeah.
You can see it, and even though you're not quite there, you know it's like happened already or something, or you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it's that belief that you're gonna get there. So it's cool. Like
Right.
you can sit back and be like, okay, I'm not quite where I'm at, but I understand that I believe I'm gonna get there. So I'm
Exactly.
gonna continue the
Yeah.
work,
Right.
and then building the goals and doing the goals, and we'll finally get there.
Yeah.
That's the
You're right.
that's it. Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like that's something that we all share as people with brands and just businessmen. We think about the future. I tell Dave all the time, like I'm not the type of motherfucker that be like, people tell me all the time, like, oh, Black Mannequin, you're killing them and da-da-da. And I'm like, I appreciate the love, but I got a long way to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have a long way to go to satisfy where I want to be.
Right.
I see y'all, maybe you see a couple people wearing my shirts and shit, and that's cool.
Right.
And I love it. And we all got to start. We got to build a foundation. But I got a long way to go, and I've always been the type of person that I don't really give a fuck what happens in 2019. What's gonna happen? Where are we gonna be in 2022?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where am I gonna be in 2021, 2 years from now? Because
Right.
the whole thing is when you continuously grind, you do people right, you stay positive, you know what I'm saying, and you evolve. The only thing left is to succeed.
Yeah.
Right.
Period. And you put them hours in, you put that work in, and you stay consistent.
Yeah.
The only way to go is up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I said, I feel like we all share that, and it's just good to hear and then to know that I'm not the only person out here that feels like that. You
Yeah.
feel me?
No. Exactly.
We're not real talk. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We thinking. My motto is it's gonna be greater later,
Yeah.
I like
and that's how I'm always thinking.
And that's what I like about this whole thing, that everything that we doing, man. The whole greater later idea. A lot of people don't want to wait till later.
Nah,
They need it right now.
Yeah.
that's
I
the
need-
society we live in. I want it now.
Like I need my shit
I don't
today.
give a fuck if I go to jail. I want my shit
You
now.
know, but we all good and we all successful and we all building and our brands are known because we didn't mind waiting.
Yeah.
I
Right.
had no problem with waiting. I didn't need to get popular today. I didn't need to sell all my shit today. I'm cool with getting it tomorrow as long as we moving forward. I don't care how slow it is,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to stop.
Everything in these stores
You know.
is money.
Yeah.
Everything that you see in here is money. Everything that is in the stock room is money. Everything that we got in our car is money. Everything that we got in our stores
Stop.
is money.
Yep.
And like you said, as real, true, genuine hustlers that believe that it's gonna be greater later, we can wait for our dub.
Yeah.
Gotta believe in sitting on stock. One thing I've always, I feel like in my whole career, one mindset I've always had is I have no problem having more stock than money. I've never had no problem with that ever.
Because you know that money, that stock gonna turn into dough.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Period.
saying? And so like being well vested, well invested, as long as you know it's coming, then it gotta come today.
Yeah.
You know. And
But
a
you're
lot
right. That's tough for a lot of people.
A lot
It
of
is.
and
A lot of people can't wait for their money, man. Motherfuckers be stressed out.
And this is why people always compromise their life and their living standards and their situation and their freedom, all these things because they can't wait.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And waiting is the key. You know, they do say patience is a virtue. It's definitely a virtue, and even more than that.
Yeah, but let's look at the percentages. How often do people believe in something that they stand behind?
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about just like, okay, I'm gonna make some shirts and we gonna see what happens. I'm talking about I'm finna shove these fucking shirts down their throat and they gonna love them, or
Right.
I'm gonna die trying like 50.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? It's two different attitudes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's two different cats on the corner. It's the cat that does what people tell him to do, and it's the nigga that be like, man, I'm finna do what the fuck I want to. Move aside. If I gotta knock your head off, that's what we gonna do.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, one
it's just- it's two different attitudes.
Speaking of that, bro, it's one interview. I'm a fan of Will Smith. I don't know if y'all ever listened to his interviews or not. But
Man, Will Smith's a fucking legend.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying? But there's one thing that I seen him say in an interview that always stuck with me, man. He was
Oh yeah. I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going.
Yep.
He's talking about his,
The treadmill.
the treadmill, his hunger for success. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, it's as simple as this. This is what I believe. and I'm willing to die for it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
He said only two things gonna happen, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He said we both on the treadmill. It's only two resolutions. Either I win or I die.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that.
So, you know, but
So he's saying that's how he live his life?
yeah, like this is why he succeeds.
Yeah.
Huh?
Lie off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, but the thing is, he won't quit.
Nah. Yeah.
He won't stop. So
So
yeah.
he like we gonna either go to the death or
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's
No,
gonna
that's-
keep running.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not stopping.
And I think that's kind
We
of
all Will Smiths.
Yeah, that's the mindset though. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to gamble my whole fucking life on it.
Bro, hey,
that's
you-
the bottom line.
Hey, you know we done talked about it before. I remember when I first started Black Mannequin, I was sensitive. I was telling motherfuckers, I'll kill a nigga about Black Mannequin. And they're like, nigga, you're not even a gang member. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, Mannequin gang, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll kill a nigga. Nigga, let a nigga say, nigga.
Yeah, you
Me and the Cuddies would be at a nigga house with the 30 with the ladder.
Yeah.
Ready to knock you down like a bowling pin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? About this shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand.
But what about now? But now it's not.
I'm not gonna knock nobody down, but I'm real serious.
Yeah. I feel it, bro. I feel it.
Yeah, what about now? You still out on
Why
that
Troy?
move?
Hey, why Troy say like, man, you sure you wanna do that?
He's like, Troy, let me get this shit out of here.
hey, he was basically saying, so have you gotten smarter?
No. That's really funny. I was like, oh, okay.
But,
yeah, like, come on.
But you
bro.
know, the point is, man, I like your drive again and your resilience to the whole game because you understand it ain't gonna be easy. You understand that, and you're still willing to fight for what you believe in.
It's
and
long,
you're going the distance, man. And a lot of people just don't do that. And I tell you, it'd be a lot more successful people in our city if they could adopt the mindset of really, really believing in something and being willing to die for it.
Yeah.
You right. But the reality of it is everybody can't do it.
And
everybody can't be Kobe.
Yeah.
Everybody can't just be. I
Yeah,
don't
but
care. Kill everybody.
but they could be Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
What with green hair?
No, I mean they can jump on the ground. If you can't shoot, you can jump on the ground and scrap.
So you saying you ain't got to score?
Yeah,
I feel
you
you.
can chase Karl Malone.
Yeah.
This nigga's
hand guard Shaq.
Play
He
your
guarded
position?
Shaq.
Yeah, you can dye your hair green and wear wedding dresses.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, but my point is, he wasn't that good of a shooter, scorer, nothing.
definitely
But he was
no.
willing to die to get the ball.
No, you're
man.
right. No, you're right.
Ron was willing to die to get
Rodman,
the ball.
he got in his lane.
He didn't care who
played it.
won the fight. He didn't care who he pissed off.
No.
He was going for that ball every time. That's what made him a legend, man.
And
a legend that didn't score.
He led the league in rebounds, and he was like 6'8".
Yeah.
6'8". Like I mean, that's huge, but to us, but like in the
NBA,
NBA,
that's
like,
not that. Yeah.
It was just whatever.
You should in NBA. You shouldn't be leading the league in rebounds at 6'8".
Nah.
Period. That's a
No.
2-guard, nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
T-Mac was 6'8".
I think
For real.
You know what
For
I'm saying?
real,
That's why
bro.
Zach Randolph got $80 million from the Blazers.
For real, bro.
I think I seen Robin hit 1-3.
He did hit a 3 one time, a couple times. Yeah.
But the point is, man, like I like what you're doing, bro. You know, and going through the motions and being able to fight through the waves and just the setbacks and still keeping your eyes on the prize. You know,
Yeah, longevity.
That's real
Marathon.
success. Real,
Right? Not to be
It's a
corny,
marathon.
but yeah,
It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Bro. Nipsey said it's the realest shit ever, man.
being okay with getting it down the line.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what separates
because you can see
those who last in this game.
But you know what the tough shit is? Let's just keep it real. When a motherfucker go to work, they want their check. At least if it ain't every week, every 2 weeks.
Right. And that's why they're working.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. But we put the work in first.
Yeah.
The money might not come for 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Right.
Yeah,
But you put the work in first, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, think about it. You come at somebody and tell them, besides us, who had the vision of what we're doing, you come and tell somebody on the outside, hey man, check this out. We're gonna push this Black Mannequin shit hard, but we might not get paid for 5 years. Nigga, I'm about to go get a job at the post office. Nigga, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Nigga, 5 years.
Yeah,
Nigga,
not really doing it first.
that's what I'm saying. Nigga, I got 3 kids. Nigga, I'm not. Man, I'm gone. I can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, then I'm gonna do it. And then you're gonna regret when a nigga getting them M's. Then you're gonna be like, I should have fucked with that nigga.
Yeah, and then in the middle of everything, you know, in the long run, the person who started the brand and stayed down, once it kick off, we making money every day.
Period. Money while you sleep.
Every day.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
It's crazy.
Money
it's
while you
crazy.
sleeping.
But it's a process, man. Like
It is.
You got to get there. It take patience, man. And you take belief.
Faith.
Faith, yeah.
Period.
You know, and it take being able to, you know, take losses, man, and handle that, bro. And not getting paid up front all the time.
Right.
Everybody ain't okay with that, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, I rock with you, Troy, man. I ain't gonna keep talking about it, but just know you're doing a great thing, man, and we stand behind you 100%.
Real talk, man. Real talk. So is there anything that is there anybody you'd like to shout out? Is there anybody that is there any influence that you'd like to speak on? Is there, like, anything that
Okay,
you'd like to say?
I got a few. Got to shout out to my parents because even though they're not like my father, he's a construction man, so he has a construction business. Not the best with money, but you know, I've watched. He didn't teach me a lot of things that he said, but I watched him work. Work ethic. Shout out to my dad and my mom.
Dope.
Also, shout out to Will Sarifica. He's the owner of Kind Heart Collective. Right
Shout
there
out Will. That's my guy.
in the Kenton neighborhood. He has a dispensary and he has some grow facilities, and he's really killing it. Young cat too. I mean, he's 40 years old and he's sitting on a lot of more money than I am.
Yeah.
So
we all trying to get there. Shout out to Will, man. That's my guy too.
Will. And
So that's the Will.
Kind Heart Collective.
yeah, and then shout out to everyone that's in the shop. So all of our local brands. So Blazer Gang, Black Mannequin, Stackin Kicks, Women Ball 2, Straight to the Top, and then Swapkin, and then also Fallen Legends, and then all of the
Shout out
other
Fallen Legends.
all the other vintage folks that bring stuff to us. Pod Vintage PDX. Follow them on Instagram. They have really low price stuff. Rose City Exchange, Chai Sei Chow. He also does a lot of good vintage stuff.
Wait, who?
His name is Chai Sei Chow.
Oh, okay.
Asian cat.
I thought I knew him, man.
Yeah, he's in his 30s.
They been clacking this?
Yeah, something like that. He works at the UPS.
Okay.
Yeah, UPS. But anyways, besides that, I think we're good. Yeah.
Word, man.
Come down to Cultural Blends.
Cultural Blends, man. Come on down to
Blends.
Cultural Blends. Y'all saw the commercial. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. The options is crazy in here. It's all types of good stuff in here. The vibe is lovely. You know what I'm saying? Troy, 7 days a week, like we said, it's open in the Lloyd. If he ain't in here, he gonna have his people in here. They're gonna show you love. They're gonna be courteous. They're gonna get you what you need. And it's just gonna be a good experience, man. So
Right. So
come
make
on
sure you
down to
follow
the
us online. I'm at Stackin Kicks, at The Real Black Mannequin,
at Cultural Blends.
Yeah.
At Cultural Blends store as well. Lowest in the
You got
location.
two, right? You got
Yeah,
two.
Cultural Blends clothing and Cultural Blends store. And y'all know what time it is now. We're about to get into the motherfucking Ratchet of the week.
And you accepting consignments. If you want to come in, come holler at Troy.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yep.
You know.
We buy shoes. We buy shoes every day.
Oh yeah,
If you want to come in and bring in your shoes, we're willing to take a look at them and offer you a price for them. So
Know that.
come on down.
Yeah, real talk.
Here comes the Ratchet of the week.
Ratchet of the week time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Alright,
Mi favorito. So
Who's the Ratchet of the week this week?
Ratchet of the week this week, as y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Big Lizzo.
Oh, Big Lizzo.
AKA Rikishi. AKA lot of cheeks.
AKA
AKA
Lizzo Ricardo.
yeah. AKA ass has square footage.
Whoa!
What game was that she was at with her ass out?
The Lakers?
Timberwolves. Yeah, Lakers and Timberwolves.
Lakers and Timberwolves. Lizzo.
You saw the game or you just?
I saw the highlights.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights.
So what happened? What happened, man?
She had
What'd
her,
she do?
I guess she thought she was a cheerleader at halftime. You know what I'm saying? The girls was dancing and shit. She had her cake out like it was everybody's birthday.
Hey, look, Lizzo, I fuck with you big time in a major way. But golly, you really wanted to just come out here with the chap shirt on, huh? With the cheeks just all out, full moon. I don't know you realize that you were at a Laker game and that motherfucker is packed every game, meaning there was 1,000 asses in that seat that you had your bare raw ass in. I hope you had sanitizer for them cheeks, had some Preparation H, just something to make sure that your cheeks didn't get a rash, wingworm, or any type of infection. Because there's a lot of nasty motherfuckers in California. How I know? Because I'm from there. Damn, Lizzo. I like the hustler shit though, because you know you was twerking that thing, but I don't know if this was the look you needed. Go Lakers.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn.
Hey, but
She got cake though. Do it look nice? We'll be right back.
Have you seen?
We'll be back after these
Hey,
messages.
hey, check this out. Have you seen? You know at Pig and Pancake where you can get the big ass pancake? It's just the big, the ass pancake. Nigga, it was like the big. It was just big.
Y'all not gonna get on.
Oh, yeah.
I can't allow y'all to be talking about Lizzo like that. Real niggas know. Lizzo, hey.
I ain't seen her. She fine?
I
So-
mean, she's
so you gonna knock that down?
She's cute, but I'm not gonna say she's fine. Would I knock it down on the
he's
right?
stuttering.
Listen, on the right night, anybody would knock that down.
A nigga knock it down off this Rex.
Yeah.
What
Off
about
that
tonight?
Nigga said,
tonight?
yeah, off that Rex.
Off that Rex. Lizzo, you're out of there.
Sorry.
Man.
You're out of there tonight.
Lizzo is, me personally, man, she really looked like that might be Precious. That might be the real Precious, or a
not
baby
that
gorilla in a
bad.
black mannequin.
Lizzo, if you
bodysuit.
ever see this shit, you not that bad, baby. You beautiful. And the highway nigga gonna hold you on all them look.
Hey.
Even if I got to put this leg in.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, he's stupid. Big girls do need love too. My Cuddy Highway. Hey, big girls do need love too. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, hold on, bro. Don't get
I'm
to
trying to
hit
see what
me.
you did.
Cause I'm not the big girl lover. I'm the Lizzo lover. No.
What you like about her, bro, the most?
Um,
Yeah,
Me?
yeah,
About Lizzo?
yeah.
I mean, she's just I like her personality, her characteristics.
Aw.
They fucking
that
no.
nigga lying. He like she got a bag. She
No,
got a big,
she definitely
she's
has a
paying like
bag.
she's laying.
If she didn't have no money, if she was broke, would you still
If she
fuck
was
If she had no
broke,
money,
and she
she'd
still
be-
had her songs.
She be Monique on the Precious movie.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep
but
it real.
if she was broke and still stylish, I'd still be like, hey, Lizzo, she'd be my friend. I wouldn't be like, yeah, but you.
Lizzo was out there looking like Charles Barkley in a thong, nigga, with a lace front. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm not looking for.
Oh, so I
I'm
guess
not looking for Barkley.
so I guess what happened was the cheerleaders was dancing to her song.
Yep.
And so she said, "Well, that's my song. Let me break it down better than
No,
y'all."
no. What happened is they just flashed the camera. You know how during fucking quick little commercial break they put the camera on her and she did a quick twerk. It wasn't halftime.
Did it look like her booty
It
stank
was
though?
fucking a 4-second twerk.
It looked like she smelled like Lotus Flower Bomb, but the booty wasn't right.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
You don't think she
I-
smelled?
No, I don't know. I don't know if she
Hell
could.
no,
I don't know if she could have.
stinking.
I don't know. No, I don't think she smelled. I think her body smelled good, but with the thong and all that, I don't know if she. I don't know if she could maybe wipe her ass correctly. I don't know if she could really wipe her ass correctly.
It was some panties, bro.
Okay,
Thong is
but the
different.
thing is that she had hella short arms, and I just don't know if she's wiping her ass correctly. That's all I'm saying. I just don't know if she's wiping her ass correctly.
Hey, so look,
Damn,
that was,
bro.
hey,
Looking dead.
hey, so I'm reading the comments, man.
If she ain't got no baby wipes, it's
If
bad.
she don't got no baby
Read some of the
wipes.
comments. Hey, we go. Yeah, read some of the comments.
Somebody said, "Why I look like she got it on sideways?"
Wow.
Somebody said, "I hope they disinfected where she was sitting."
Oh, niggas ain't cool.
Yeah, don't read that.
Somebody said, "So I wonder who has to sit in the seat in the next game." Too bad she has to show her face. Okay.
You know the internet, they're going
They're
in.
hating on Lizzo.
You know what I'm
Disgusting.
saying?
That's hate.
We just gonna. I'm gonna keep it real. Lizzo is the ratchet of the week because, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It was the
she
most
was
ratchet
ratchet.
shit. Yeah, it was ratchet as fuck.
Showing your ass at a basketball game is ratchet.
Yeah, especially.
Hell yeah.
But
Was
you
that-
know, but I'm gonna keep it real. She had that big girl confidence, cause it's a lot of big girls that and I'm not knocking big girls. 'Cause I love all women, but it's a lot of big girls that got that confidence. They'll slide in your DM. You know what I'm saying? Like Pete Rose. They don't give a fuck because I feel like maybe they've been turned down a couple times or whatever, so they just don't give a fuck. But like the big girl's confidence be crazy, and that was a perfect example of big girl confidence. You know what I'm saying? BGC, big girl confidence. Put that up, Asa. BGC, man. That's a new thing. The big girl confidence is phenomenal. The big girl confidence will have a big girl about 220 between 240 will be getting at a nigga that's 150 pounds, and with like nigga, you're coming home with me. She gonna put you on a plate like a T-bone steak. You feel me? That's that big girl confidence. I ain't gonna lie. It's very impressive. Often I have big girls be in my DM, and I'll be like, I mean, you know, some of them be cute too, and I'll be like, damn. And I'll be thinking, but I'm saying out of all the girls, because there might be some chicks that want to get at me. The skinny girls, they ain't gonna tell you they like you.
No,
the
they
big
don't
girl
tell you
gonna
shit.
the big girl gonna slide in your DM and be like, I'd love to put you on a plate with some smothered turkey and gravy.
What up, nigga?
Look. I would love to wrap you up in a burrito wrapping. I would love, you know what I'm saying? So that big girl confidence is very important, you know what I'm saying? Like big girls, you're not gonna tell them they ain't sexy. Big girls, you ain't gonna tell them they killing it at the club. You ain't gonna tell them they got the one piece on and they ain't popping. You feel me? So I'm just saying, shout out to the big girl confidence, man. Shout out to the big girls confidence. And but Lizzo,
That's the new.
that was deep.
Somebody said that's a big ass thong. You could bungee jump with them balls. Somebody said.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real though. For the big girls, she had the big girls hype.
Oh, yeah.
Period. She had the big girls hype,
Clean that shit with Clorox.
and that was for the big girls. That was a big girl moment. That was a big.
Somebody said, was that a WWE wrestler reincarnated?
That's what it looked
That was
Yo,
a
they
big
brutal.
girl
They
moment.
brutal on these comments. I'm gonna quit reading that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Leave them comments alone.
We love you, Lizzo.
Shout out to the big girls. Like I said, no disrespect to the big girls. Lizzo is just the ratchet of the week because it's like, who the fuck, skinny or big, who showed your ass at a fucking Laker game? Who just gets and just shows your ass? And what the fuck kind of pants was them she had on? What kind of pants was them? Where your whole ass is out?
Yeah, that
Is them that eat the booty like groceries? Spandex? What the fuck kind of leggings? Where you get them from? Fashion Nova?
No.
Was them the Fashion Nova curves? Do y'all got the Fashion Nova curves with the whole ass out? God damn, you want to talk about an extra large cake? I didn't even know cakes came in 3XL. You know what I'm saying?
Whose birthday is it?
Man, real talk, nigga. Andre the Giants, nigga. The Kimbe Matumbos, nigga. Patrick Ewings, Shaqs. Nigga.
Andre the Giant.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Manute Bowles.
Oh man.
Shit, rest in peace. But yeah, Ratchet of the week.
Yeah, so yeah, she you know.
How you feel about it, Dave? You was
created a
very
lot of-
quiet.
Well, I didn't really see anything, so
seen the
I
ass?
didn't watch sports like that. I ain't gonna lie, I be so busy, bro. But
Yeah.
I just seen it right now, and I was like, damn. It just.
Would you do something with that off a little bit of the rec?
Nah, I need more than Rex.
That nigga said, I'd rather drink the whole bottle and have alcohol poisoning than go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's not my style, man. You know, but they say she was feeling herself, and that was her song, and you know, she was like, well, you know what, I do it better than y'all to my song.
Troy, how'd you feel
Let
about
me
it?
drop
How
it
do I
like
feel
this.
about it? Ooh man.
Troy finna be hella diplomatic.
Nah, I'm not. Nah. I'm not
said y'all
scared. I'm not
scared.
scared. I'm not scared. I'm not
I am.
scared. I'm not scared. You know, my girl's watching this, so you know what I'm saying.
You gonna keep it? Yeah.
Nah, she was cool. She did her thing, and I appreciate the cop. You're right. I'm diplomatic.
I told you.
I
I knew.
Okay,
Okay,
look. You can say that's cool. You can say your little shit.
And you was diplomatic. He was like,
I'm the nigga. I'm gonna
Why
say
are
how I
you
feel.
saying it?
But look. Tell me this.
Yeah.
Was it worthy of being Ratchet of the week?
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
That's
No,
all.
hell yeah.
It's definitely
What they
Ratchet
talking
to me.
about? What they talking about is kids at the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's elderly folk who don't have sex no
Definitely
more.
Ratchet.
and kids watch TV
But will I
all
hit
day.
it? I'm cool. I'm good. Like, no, I'm not gonna.
Oh no! First of all, we're not hitting it. But let's just talk about, you know, was it Ratchet or not? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
They
you
should
know,
just show me the pic. Look at them heels she got on.
Oh,
Look like
that
them,
is hell-
it looked like them
oh.
heels finna collapse. It looked like them heels. It look like them is two, like what's them things called? Pillars.
it is
look
on
like
crooked.
it look like it's two pillars. It look like hey,
It was on crooked.
with her
Yeah.
her body and the heels. Her two heels look like pillars. Her heels look like pillars, and her body look like a goddamn 36 apartment condominium.
It is.
It's 36 units on top of them heels.
Oh,
It's the hole. It's a hole in the leggings, Cuddy. She pooted.
It might stink. It might.
Oh, she
There's
pooped.
two. There's
look like a blown up tether
Oh, there's
ball.
one. That's that one.
She got a big ass hole in the nettings.
And look at him. You know, look
He
at
lying.
him.
He lying.
I don't know. That face is
He
kind of like.
trying to get up out of there
That's
because
that face.
nigga need to zoom in on that. He trying to get up out of there because this nigga like she did a drive by. Look, that's that. Somebody pooted and got the fuck up out of here. Face.
So she had a hole. So she
Look
had
at
a
his
hole.
eyes. Nigga, shit look like a pinball when you win. This shit going dee 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 dee.
Looks like the dude from
Look, it ain't nothing but ass and face.
Look like a set of spree wheels, man.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Her ass nigga, I got more square footage than my house, and I got 5 bedrooms.
Yeah, so after further review, this actually ain't cool at all, man. When you
Yeah,
when
that
you
nigga
see
said
it like
after
this,
further review.
This dude. That's the dude from the Water Boy. Look at his face.
Oh, she ate it.
Yeah, that's the dude from the Water Boy.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's hell no.
Yo,
Look at that.
you can be big, just don't have no holes in your motherfucking leg.
Oh hell
Now,
no.
being big
That is
is
Ratchet
okay.
of the Week. 100.
Yeah, come on, Lizzo.
Oh hell
Ah,
no.
look, I'm telling you, that's Monique from the back. Look at the hairpiece.
Damn, for real.
That's Miss Parker. That's Kim's mom.
She wanted Carl Anthony Towns bad too.
Damn, Anthony Towns ain't gonna do. He's not gonna rebound that.
Nah.
He's not gonna slam dunk that.
He mad.
That nigga is not that big.
Damn. Is that he number 32?
Yeah, that nigga would have to be a tight end in football. He'd have to be a young Wojciech Gronkowski to handle that. Nigga, LeBron couldn't do nothing with that.
Oh, that's crazy.
I didn't see that. Yeah, that's definitely qualifications for
Yeah, man.
Ratchet of the Week.
Well,
Sorry,
got-
Lizzo. Me and
Yo,
Troy,
that was crazy.
Troy tried to go to bat for you too. We saw this.
Cuddy Hood, he even did Cuddy.
Hey, I know, Lizzo. Until I seen them heels.
And then your friend, and then he turned on you too.
Yeah.
You was finna call me her fan.
Aw.
Yeah, I ain't listened to a Lizzo song once in my
Oh.
life, except for
Hey, man.
the ones I hear on the TV.
Radio, yeah.
We got lit up, man. This was a great episode, man. I don't even know what else to say. That shit was crazy. But Ratchet of the Week, Lizzo. I wanna send a special shout out to my guy Troy, you know what I'm saying, Douglas in the building, my people. Appreciate him, you know what I'm saying? Not only for just, you know, paving the way, you know, having a platform for us to sell our clothes as well, you know what I'm saying? And just having a platform for other local brands to you know, to get out here. Doing the pop-up shops, you know what I'm saying? And having local brands be able to come to the pop-up shops and just putting on for the city, you know what I mean? And we appreciate him. We appreciate being able to come to the store. And that's the day.
Yeah, man. And then
appreciate
and that's love, man. And we in here working together. And Troy opened up to a lot of urban and local entrepreneurs and businessmen and women, and so we respect that. And so we want to give them some love back from the Stackin Black Show.
Word.
And so and also don't forget about Joe Brown's
Caramel Corn. Shout out David
doing
Ferguson,
their
my
thing.
guys,
Yep.
and Alan Bell. You know what I'm saying? Hannah's as well. They right next door.
Yep, Alan
You know what I'm
Bell,
saying?
Hennis. Don't forget about, again, Rex Whiskey, Chauncey King. And please don't forget about P-Town Media and Asa Pritchard.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
The
Ace of
man
Spade,
behind
man.
the camera doing
You're-
good work
and my
that you
guy,
rarely
Javen.
see. Put it down. Keeping us all looking good, keeping it sounding good. The edit is dope, you know what I'm saying? So
Shout
look
out
out for
Cutting
all of us.
Highway. He came through and gave his opinion and saying did his thing. Shout out to the Lloyd Center, man, for being a staple in the community, and we're blessed to be here, man. I'm happy. I would have never thought in my life I'd be shooting my podcast in the Lloyd Center, so this is dope, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Lloyd for kicking me out when I was little, but now I'm selling my shit in here.
Yeah. Episode 9.
We out.
You know what I'm
Culture
saying?
Blends, man. Stacking Kicks.
Bringing the
Black
culture
Mannequin.
back to Lloyd Center.
Bringing the culture back to the Lloyd. We in here right now.
You're
After hours, man. Look
Let's
out
go.
for us.
yeah.
Keep it locked. Stackin Black.